In our previous video, we looked at how to make sure that we're using the correct version of Python, and we always want to be using Python 3 for this course. Now that we know how to make sure we're using the correct version, we can quit from the interpreter if you're still in there, and we do this by calling the quit function. Quit, open, close brackets. Now I'm going to right-click on my core Python directory and create a new file, which I'm just going to call python.py. It's convention that all Python files have a .py extension. When I click on that and open it in Cloud9, I'm going to create a function. Remember that to create a function in Python, we use the def keyword. This can be a little bit confusing when you're coming from JavaScript. And I'm going to call this function printMessage, and it will take the parameter of message. I'm then going to put a colon at the end, which shows that I'm now in a code block, and print message. Underneath that then, not indented, I can call my function with print_message, and then I'm going to put a string inside the brackets. Going to my command prompt then, I can run this using Python 3 space python.py, and you can see that I get hello world printed to screen. Now if I open the interactive interpreter, I can do exactly the same thing. Def space print_message, taking the parameter of message and not forgetting the colon. The three dots then show that I'm inside a code block, and so I should be indenting that. And when I hit return on a blank line, it brings me back outside that code block. Then I can do print_message and my hello world string inside the brackets, and it works. I can create loops inside the interactive interpreter as well. So I could create a list, call it my_list equals square brackets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, closing square brackets. And then I can do a for loop to iterate over the items in my list. So I'm going to say for space item space in space my_list, again a colon to show that I'm going into a code block, and then I can print item. An item is just a random variable name that we've chosen that could have been anything. It's not a reserved word. If I go back into my python.py file, then I can put the same code in there. My_list equals square brackets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the same for loop for item in my_list colon print item. I can save this using Ctrl+S on the PC or Command+S on the Mac. I'm going to quit from my interpreter by calling the quit function, and then Python 3 space python.py will print out those numbers again. So we can see that anything that we can do in a .py file, we can also do in the interactive environment, and vice versa. We now know how to make sure that we're using the correct version of Python, and we've seen how we can put Python commands inside a .py file and then execute it using the Python 3 command at the terminal window. In our next video, we're going to have a look at how to access the rich array of libraries that Python offers us to improve our code.